What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Justin Norm. I hope you all are feeling great. So if you don't know anything about me, I'm Justin Norm. I'm a musician. I'm an artist. I'm a digital artist as well as a singing instrumentalist artist. So this session we are going to learn about the good old software Voicemeeter and how it pairs with OBS in order to allow you to stream. Now, I've been working a lot at this, and I still don't have it quite perfect the way I want it. But as I learn, I'm going to release the information so that way you can see. So if I go through all the mistakes, then hopefully by the time I get it correct, you don't have to go through the mistakes that I went through. So anyway, stay tuned. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Please, thank you for your comments. Thank you for your shares, any information that you want to give me feedback on. I love feedback. I love giving feedback, and I love feedback. So thank you for that. But make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification so that way every time that I drop some information on y'all, you are getting that notification saying, hey, Justin Norm just dropped something, and you can go check that out. So thank you for your support. Okay, we're back into it. All right, so check this out. And I'm trying not to make this video real long, but I want it to be informative, and I wanted to provide information. So hopefully this helps you. If you know this information already, disregard it. But if you don't, and you're like me and you're a person that was a few months ago, I was trying to figure out, okay, I love to stream and I love to show what I'm doing. I love to, like do this stuff, and I'm trying to figure out how to do it. So I was looking up different softwares of what to use, and I came across Voicemeeter. So I'm gonna switch my screen so you can see it. Actually, I'm not switching screens, but I'll zoom this out so I can show it to you. All right, woo, there we go. All right, I'm doing this in OBS, and I'm gonna slide that down. All right, so this tutorial, I'm trying my best not to do a lot of editing. I'm gonna keep it straightforward and hopefully not take up too much of your time. And if you watch this far, thank you. Keep watching. All right, so here is Voicemeeter. Now, I'm gonna put the link below so that way you know how to download it. It's pretty simple. You go to the website. It's free software. There's multiple versions of it. There's Voicemeeter, there's Voicemeeter Banana, there's Voicemeeter Potato. Each one has a little bit more features. I believe all of them are free. Don't quote me on that, but I will put the link below. You can click on that and you can download it and install it. It's a quick install, nothing crazy. And once you install it, it's an application and it runs like this. I've got it at the bottom. It comes up like this. There's a lot of stuff that you can do on here, and I'm not trying to get to all of that right now. I'm just trying to keep it real simple. So the first thing that you need to know is that there are inputs here. These are hardware inputs, so I can run different things into it. So I can run my microphone into it. Right now I have my microphone running to it OBS directly, so I'm not using this right now, but if I had it set up, I can have it coming through here. Applications, I really don't even need this, but if I wanted to have certain applications go through here, like say for instance I just want, I don't know, like iTunes or something to be the only one that come through here, or maybe I wanted YouTube to be the one to come through here, so I can set it as a separate input, and then I can do that. There's echo, there's effects, there's low and high pass filters, there's compressors and gates. So there's a lot of different things you can do. Then I can route this whatever way I want to route it to. This is the main important part right here. Virtual inputs. This is what we're really going to be using, so that way we can make sure that you are getting that sound from your computer and your DAW going into OBS, so that way you can record or stream, whichever your preference is. So Voicemeeter VAIO is like the main input, and that one is set. You see A1 and you see a B1. So A1, let me tell you about that. A1 is up here, and it's called the hardware output. So right now I have my hardware output set to Focusrite USB ASIO. All right, now before and on the video last week that I posted for Cakewalk by Bandlab, so I think that was last week. That video I was set to MME. ASIO, for some reason I couldn't get to work right. It works good. It's still got some little clinks to it. Now ASIO is great for recording, but when it comes to trying to record and stream, or record on the DAW and trying to record on video, it acts a little wonky. So hopefully it works okay today. You could try MME. Only reason why I didn't use MME this time is because last time when I used it, there was some latency, and you know, as much as I adjust the sample rate, or you know, so I can drop it down or drop it up, or push it up, you know, 1024 samples, whichever. But right now, like, this is at 1024, and for this I feel like it should be able to go even higher than that, because the higher you go, the safer it is on your computer. So the less resources it uses, doesn't use as much memory, it has more time to process everything, but it also does make everything late. But with ASIO drivers, the good thing about it, ASIO drivers tend to have almost near zero latency. So, well, not quite, but zero latency for the most part, and you can adjust it where it's pretty perfect for recording. So we'll see how this works out today. All right, let me stop talking about this. All right, so I got my A1 set to ASIO. All right, and then, so what I'll see is, like, if I'm playing something, and once I pull out my DAW, you'll hear it. But for instance, if I want to pull up, let's pull up YouTube. I had to do one quick edit because for some reason my OBS has stopped working. That happens, so that's what I said, I'm gonna keep it real. So I wasn't trying to do a lot of editing on this, but we were looking at, and the video might not even be in the same space. My head might be bigger now. No, but hopefully you can get the point. So I would advise first, when you get this software downloaded, that you keep it real simple first. Just change your hardware, I don't know why I keep wanting to say hardware output to your ASIO or your MME, whatever device you think is the best. You might have to play around with this. Sometimes it might be good, sometimes it might not work right. So that's just how it is, dealing with electronics, so technology. And then come here, make sure that you have A1 is for your output, so that way you can monitor your sound going into your headphones or your speakers, whatever you're listening to. And then B1 is what's going to the virtual outputs. And virtual outputs is what's going to OBS. Same thing for the aux. This is for my DAW, and I'll hopefully pull it up in a little bit so you can see how that works. All right, so after you've done all of that, I'll minimize this. Make sure you minimize it, and please don't exit out of it. Once you exit out of it, you're gonna lose your sound. So make sure you minimize it. And I'm gonna try to hopefully do this the right way. I am going to show my other screen. Slide this down real quick. All right, and then on my other screen, let me move this out the way. Oh, make sure you follow me at Instagram at Global NAWII. Eventually I might change that to just Norm, but this is from when I first started with Instagram. So make sure you follow me there. That'd be great. Click that out for a second. So when I go here and I click on my sound, I want to make sure that it's whatever it's set to is fine, but I want to make sure that it's set to voice meter input VB audio voice meter VAIO. So basically this means that everything that comes from this computer, with the exception of the DAW, because the DAW works differently, should be coming out. And if it's coming out, I should be able to hear the sound. And I'm gonna play just to test that, because we want to make sure that all this stuff is working. Let me pull up YouTube. This is what happened last time when my computer got ready to freeze. So hopefully it's still working. My computer didn't freeze, it was just OBS had a problem. And I never really have glitches with OBS, so that really threw me for a loop. So, you know, not saying anything about it. It's time for me to upgrade my system, because this is an old laptop, you know. It still works though for what I do. So let's click on this, and I should be able to get sound. Let's check it.
It's nothing unfamiliar, nothing difficult.
You'll notice
it's
that it's coming out of the
it's
output. It's going in, but it's coming out of the output.
Just a norm.
Right here.
It's just a norm.
Might be a little distorted. Bring it down some. So that's that. I'm getting audio there. That's good, because I want to make sure that my computer is like providing audio, because if I get into recording something, or if I'm trying to do a broadcast or streaming vlog or something, and I want to play some music from Spotify in the background, or play some music that I wrote, or play somebody else's music that's, you know, protected, that I have rights to, copyright rights to, then I can do that. So, all right, here we go. Let me get rid of this screen. All right, so we're back to my blue screen, which is my other screen over here, my big screen. I love my big screen. All right, so this is the next step, and I'm gonna try to make this real short. So if you're still hanging in there with me, keep hanging in there with me. Thank you so much for tuning in. Sometimes I feel country. Tuning in. Oh my God, I'm so goofy right now. All right, here we go. So let me slide this over so you can see this. Now this is OBS. So you've been hearing me talk about it, and you've probably seen people talk about it. People use it quite a bit. It's such a great software. So many things you can do on here as well. So this is a free software as well. I'll put the link down below so that way you can download that. And I'll make another, you know, if you quickly, we're gonna go over how to set this up. So the way this works is you open it up. You know, a few things to keep in mind is, you know, if you need to adjust anything for, like, you know, where you want your recordings to go, you can do that. Settings, you know, if you have stream, I use Restream. I'm not doing any streaming right now, but you can set your stream up. There's a lot of things you can do on that. So, I mean, you can probably find videos. One day I'll go into specifically all the things that you can do on here. I'm still learning this software myself, so I'm not an expert at it. But the output, you can set your video bit rate, you can set your audio. I got it set at 48 kilohertz stereo. Now here is what you need. So global audio devices right here. I've got my mic auxiliary audio is set to my voice meter output, VAIO. Okay, so once again, I said anything that comes from your computer is going to go into this audio input, basically. So once that's there, then you should be getting sound. I can do some stuff with the video. There's some hotkeys that I can apply, and there's some advanced settings. I'm not trying to do all of that right now. So you can see that I'm recording. Now I'm using a Scarlett 2i4, and I'll put the link for that below. This actually was, I want to say this was given to me. Yeah, I think it was my old percussion teacher actually gave this to me. But I think they run probably like 150, 140, 130. Don't quote me on that, the price, but I have it down below. You can get, there's a bunch of audio interfaces out there. So get one that you feel comfortable with using, one that you know that will work for you, and one that is affordable for you. This one is like on the low end. It is a 2-channel, it has XLR/TRS combo inputs and gain. It's got phantom power. And it has MIDI in and MIDI out if you use that. So it works pretty well for what I do right now. I've got digital mixers. I got a X18 Behringer, so I use that like audio interface. If I really need to bring out and do a whole bunch of channels, then I can do my 18 channels there. All right, so we're looking here, and this is what you want to do after that. So you got this set, my aux is set to that. That's all you need. I have my audio input capture, and basically what I did was I went to the sources right here, plus sign, and I clicked on input capture. And when it comes up, I'll press OK, and then I can set it to what I need to set it to, and I set it to Focusrite. So I have my Focusrite going directly in Now I could have had it going into voice meter, but for the sake of this, I feel like it works just a little better. And the reason why is because right now with this recording voice meter, it was sounding a little glitchy. You might hear a few glitches in here for his audio when I get to the DAW, but this is just recording wise. Of course, when you're trying to work, when you're recording yourself, you should have better quality. And if you got a better computer than me, then by all means, this is an Intel Core i7 Dell, and it's got 8 gigs of memory. It's just a Dell laptop, and it's not like all that fancy, but it works. So here we go. And if you see me looking in a different direction than the screen, it's because my computer is here, the laptop is here, but the screen is over here, and there's a screen here too as well, but I like this screen better. So all right, here we go. So once we do that, we can add the source, audio input 2, and I really don't need that, so I'm going to click on audio input 2, which is at the top, I think, and then I'm going to delete that because I do not need that. All right, and so now I'm back to where I'm at. Now down here I've got my video capture device as well, which is my camera, which you're seeing. Good thing about these sources is that I can turn them on and off when I want to. I can, basically shrink stuff or fit my video in like I have it here. There's filters on here like compression and some other stuff. I mean, there's so many things you can do on here. You got text. I had my text up earlier. I took it off. I can put it back on now. And there it is. Okay, so oops. Ooh, and I got this spell wrong. I hope you all weren't trying to follow me. That is not good. So anyway, let me go adjust this real quick. Let's see. Yeah, I'm missing the L. That it? Global NAWIII. There we go. And let's slide it over. So I'm gonna slide it up. Ooh, boy, that's crazy. Like I told you, this is gonna be raw. This is just straightforward. Like I'm not trying to do a lot of editing at all. This is just what you see is what you get. But thank you for tuning in. If you're watching it and you're looking at the video, and hopefully you like and subscribe by now. If you haven't subscribed by now, you definitely should be subscribing right now. Okay, thank you. All right. All right, here we go. Let me wrap this up. So I've got that. That's my OBS. I'm gonna slide this out the way. All right, I'm sliding. I'm still recording, which is I'm gonna slide this out the way and slide it back over here to my other screen. All right, now the moment that you all been waiting for, and hopefully it works, and hopefully you don't have any problems with it. Let's pull up my DAW Cakewalk Bandlabs. Okay. So, in case you all don't know, Bandlabs is owned by Cakewalk. Cakewalk has been a company that came out. I want to say they came out in the 80s. And actually, I want to say Cakewalk. I could be wrong. I don't even want to quote this information because somebody's going to say you're wrong. But I think Cakewalk was originally owned by Gibson, if I'm correct. Could be wrong. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. If I said the wrong information, somebody can please correct me in the comments. Please correct me. But anyway, Cakewalk has been around for a long time. Many platforms, many softwares, great softwares. So I've been an avid Cakewalk person since my dad started recording. By the way, you should check out my dad, Big Dre WMS. I'll put a link down at the bottom. BIGDRE WMS. He's got music out as well, so check him out. We're all both releasing music, and we perform together quite a bit. I've got a show coming up March 13th. I'll be at the Blue Strawberry here in St. Louis. So if you're in St. Louis area and you're seeing this, I'll be there with Robert Nelson Renaissance Band, so you can come check us out. That'll be great. All right, so here we go. This is a tutorial that I worked on last time, and I'm going to create no, I'll keep this. I'll stay with the same one. This is the one that I worked on last time. If you remember the video, Cakewalk by Bandlabs, making a beat with your keyboard. Here it is, and I was trying to do some play with this earlier. So this is what we had. See, it's playing. Okay, it's not playing yet. Now, all right, so since it's up here, because I know I adjusted a few things, let's see if I can get this set the way I need it set. My voice meter is up. Okay. Uh-oh, you know, I think I might have closed my voice meter. Maybe I did earlier, I'm not sure. All right, but hopefully you all still can hear me. Here's the voice meter set, and I go in here and I go to devices, and I have it set for ASIO right now. And then so this is what happened. At first, and I almost hate to do this because I'm afraid it's gonna mess up, but okay, yeah, that comes up. Yeah, good job. I'm gonna make a donation to them. All right. So what came up first is normally I have my Focusrite set like this, right? Well, what happened was it grayed out the ASIO drivers, and I'm not used to it doing that. So, but I just decided to uncheck it, and when I unchecked it, they all of a sudden they appeared, and I was able to click on it. So we need to make sure that it's set to aux virtual ASIO, and I just want to, I'll go ahead and select all of them. That way, that's just in case you want to route them differently. But so that's that. Now I shouldn't have to change it then. That's what I had it set up for originally. So I'm gonna keep that the same. And I should get sound. Let's see. Yeah, you should hear the sound. And it might be, it's a little glitchy here and there. You might hear that click, like crackling noise. Okay, so yeah, so this thing and that track is so, trust me, I do not write like that ever. But all right, I could play with this track a little bit more if I wanted to. And like for instance, like that drum part, I really don't like. I mean, I like the drum part, but I really don't. So let's just say I want to mute. I'm gonna mute these right now, and I'm gonna start another track. So I'm going to insert instrument, and I showed you all the SI drums kit again. And this is like specifically all dealing with, you know, how to record something with what you've got. Now, even though I've got my audio interface and my microphone, I don't have to have those tools. I mean, I could have just, you know, used a microphone. I could have used a mic on my webcam. I do have a webcam, so I mean, I'm using that. I don't really care for the mic that's on here, but I could use the mic on it, you know, if I wanted to. So I could use that, and then I could just use the laptop. So another thing you can do is you can click on this stuff with your, you know, with your mouse. So if you want to play on your mouse, that's fine. There's a step sequencer. I mean, there's so many things to talk about. So it's like I have to make a lot of videos about this stuff. But here we go. Here's the first part. I've got my sound. I'm gonna change sounds this time. Let's do this in your face. Okay, I think I like it. All right, and you know, the hi-hats, bass drum is fine. I'm gonna tune the hi-hats up a little bit, and I'm gonna bring them down just a little bit. Yeah, about right there, that's fine. Okay. All right, so got my track set up. Here I am. I'm gonna go up to, and I think it was Control, I want to say Control O, Control V. Okay. Oh, I'm way off. Okay. Keep in mind, it helps to remember these shortcuts. Alt 0. I don't really use this function enough, so that's one reason why I want to do a video on it, because I never really use it. But I use it every now and then, and I mean every now and then, like when I get bored and I want to make something, I'll do that. So here's that, and my bass drum is A, snare, I got 2 snares, SD, hi-hat, T, sock, if you're doing like jazz, and there's my open hi-hat. I'm gonna turn my gain down some on this, because I don't want it to be so loud. Okay, all right, let's go back to here. All right, and I got my metronome here as well, and I think I gotta count in. Yeah, I think I got to count in. Press R. Okay, now what I'm immediately noticing that it is still late. Okay, I don't like that. If it's late, you can go in here. I had lowered this playback, but I can adjust the ASIO panel. Now here's the crazy thing: when you're using Cakewalk, normally if you're using it and it's coming from Cakewalk, you can just adjust it on here. But in this case, I can't adjust it on here, so I have to go to voice meter, and voice meter will do the adjusting. So I go here to system settings, options, and I got it set to 1024. I'm gonna drop it to you can't see it, but on my other screen it popped up at the bottom. Hopefully you can see that. Scarlet 2i4. Okay, so just let me know that it changed. And here we go. So X out of that, minimize this, and now this should be at 512 samples. You can see it there now. Press apply. Hopefully this makes it better. Only thing about dealing with this stuff when you're trying to record is that the latency sometimes can mess you up, which is the reason why this method is cool if you just want to play around with it. But if you want to really get serious about recording, I advise you to get some type of audio interface, and to get some type of controller, like a keyboard controller, MIDI controller, a Kaya, MPC, something like that, sampler, whichever. Let's see. That's better now. Okay, and you're probably saying, what was that? It's a little different playing these keys on here. Now I'm pretty good with playing drums. Is actually my main instrument, but I'm pretty good at playing drums on the keyboard. But on this particular keyboard, it's a little different. It doesn't quite respond like you want it to. So let's see. Okay, so now let's say I want to quantize it. Quantize. You can press Q. Let's see if I can press, yeah. So I can press Q, and it should come up, but it did not come up that time. That's all right. I'll go to quantize here, and let's do no durations. 16th. Let's see, 16th. All right, and here's what it sounds like. Okay. All right, so it tracked a lot better. Quantization worked. Sometimes quantization will be kind of crazy, like especially if you're off. And I'll put another video like how to really get in there and edit those sound. I mean, not edit the sounds, but edit the notation of what you're doing. So you can go into the notation part, or you can go into the event part and kind of edit it, or the note roll. And try to move stuff around where you want it to be, short notes, things like that. So, but for the sake of now, this is just a tutorial just to help out with understanding. You keep seeing me look back because I got to get my kids, two of my younger kids, off of the bus. They'll be off the bus soon. So this is recording daytime. Yeah, so that's how it is. But hopefully you all enjoy what I have to offer. I know sometimes it doesn't go quite as planned, but it's just informational, and I want it to help you learn. As I learn, I want you to learn what I have to offer. So here it is. You can make a beat. My sound should have been coming into you all You can hear it. There it is. All right, and I showed you OBS and I showed you voice meter. All right, and this is how to set up for Cakewalk by Bandlab. All right, this is just a norm. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share, comment. All right, I'm out. Peace.